The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, reigning by master.
You see how they're messing them? Do you see how disgraceful?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu,
we are live and we are direct. We made up like it and quite high. If you like it, if you don't like it, you don't follow it. We are live and we are
Kindly watch. Kindly watch this video. Now, up to that point, we can agree that the friends fully supported the gentleman to bring the ball from where it dropped. Let's see what happens next. Now, you now discover that the support was not for the gentleman. The support was for him to bring the ball. After he had brought the ball, the friends had no business with him, and so they dropped him to mind his business. Let me tell you something. In life, many people will like you and support you not for who you are, but because of what they are getting from you. And such people can drop you immediately they have gotten what they wanted from you, or when they get someone who offers better than you. Don't die for people who can drop you like chewing gum after getting what they wanted from you. When you rise to the position of power, fame, and wealth, remember to maintain a heart of humility. The respect, the honor, the support, the convenience are for that position, not for you. If a traffic police officer goes to the road in civilian and begins to stop the motorists, do you think they will stop? Definitely no. Why? Because motorists stop for the crown, not for the person. When you rise to fame and stop doing what brought you there, the same people who hailed you will begin to mock you, stating how you are finished. Why? Because they followed you not because of who you are, but because of what they were getting from you. As you rise in life, there are people you'll offend just by doing the right thing. There are people you'll offend unknowingly because of the innate human weaknesses. Now, those don't matter. But if you choose to use your power and position to show people the material you are made of, then believe you me, when that position is gone, you will suffer guilt and even become paranoid. Remember, you can run away from your enemies, but you can't run away from guilt. And so also, if you use your power and position to impact lives, even if the people don't appreciate you, even if they don't reciprocate, your self-worth will be lifted. At any position you are in life, remember you're human and maintain the heart of humility. Thank you.
Akwaka egenti agba touch afuzo igwe kene munu aka bo otumoye na-ekwu ana masị nke echi nyazela otumoye TV otumoye mụ akwana na akpala ọtanjele anụka ikwu ụsọ otu bahu bansa representing otu nkwa na ife niile dị ya n'ime ebe anyị nọ tata bụ n'ojo oto ebe alụkwọ nwa mee ebe a young man onye keke na-agbala onwe mbọ a boy of 25 years na-agba mbọ jesizila ọlụ ọ natarozi ọ bụ na egbughị ebulu keke eweje make entry na police station through the help of tracker na the keke ewe megide wee bụ na onye bụ di keke bụ onye vigilante ndị ojo oto ewe jide isi aka dozie enwe keke ebe ku ndebele enwe keke ọtụ na ọbọdụ nyawa bute elia na onye bụ isi afọ wee kwaba okpunye isi sekpụ ntị na abịa ife niile bụ kọmanda ndị vigilante ojo oto ewe je jide ya bụ onye jụbazi afafa sị na fe egbugo the boy tụ ya na mbili John na ojo oto kiligodo wickedness onye Igbo na-egosi ibie nke abụzikwa Yoruba ma Hausa na-eme anyị a sị na ofu ka Yoruba na Hausa mere anyị ili ka anyị mere ọnwa anyị ka abụzikwa Boko Haram iwe ni obi wee gbuo nwanne wee tụnye ya na mmiri maka keke biko na m ekwu ya na-ekwu onye ọbụla mụrụ anya dịka azụ ya dịgalagala dịka ndulu idez evil onye ọbụla mụrụ anya ndị keke ọ bụrụ ebe ọbụla a sị chata izuzulu jeba ndị ma na keke dị ọfụ ichekwe time.
Take them from outside. Yeah, start from outside. From outside. Take them from outside. Please. Hold your hand. No, let them not break the system. You cannot come inside. Because of the main, you cannot come inside.
anyị wee tụle ya onye si na agata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fee arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na agaghị aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọ bụ okowa mgbe emilere Goliat Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememila Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị biobi ka o wee taa akọkọ iguni ọtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ gụ nwa bụ ekekere eluigwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkpa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma Good evening, fellow Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom. I welcome you to this evening live program of IPOB Western Cape Media. I welcome you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Welcome to this program this evening. As you join us now in this program, I want you to share the program, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I want you to like the program so that other people may get notifications and join us to this program this evening. This is IPOB Western Cape Media. We are reaching you from IPOB Western Cape Media. Precisely, we are here in Cape Town, South Africa. I welcome you in the name of Chukwu Gabiam. As I welcome you, fellow Biafrans, I want you to welcome others. Welcome your families and friends and relatives. If you know anybody that loves freedom, welcome the person. I welcome you to this program this evening. Share the program in all platforms where you belong, fellow Biafrans. I say to you, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening and good night to some of you. Depends where you are watching me from this evening, fellow Biafrans. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator, and also I am the host of IPOB
Western Cape Media. I welcome you, fellow Biafrans, once again. This evening, as usual, we'll be looking into the things that is happening around our struggle for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. Fellow Biafrans, as you already know, so many things have happened and so many things are still happening. There are those who infiltrated our struggle. There are most in our midst who hid under the struggle, under the cover of IPOB. But today, graciously, we thank Chukwuoke Abiyama for his love, because he's able to expose some of these moles, or if not all of these moles. Those infiltrators are coming out in their numbers. So I welcome you once again, and I want you to like this program and also share the program. Fellow Biafrans, as you already know, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the dungeon. He was kidnapped in Kenya in 2021, June to be precise. After he was kidnapped, he was tortured for 8 days, and eventually he was extraordinarily renditioned back to Nigeria, where he is in their dungeon up to this moment. After a series of court judgments and orders to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the government of Muhammadu Buhari refused to obey her own court order. Nigeria does not obey her own court orders. Nigeria is a lawless country. Nigeria is a banana island where no laws are being obeyed. Supreme Court of Nigeria discharged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and instructed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be prosecuted further by any court in Nigeria. And the Supreme Court of Nigeria commanded that the Nigerian government should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and let him go. Nigerian government refused to obey its own court order. And as I'm talking to you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still being held under the torture in Nigerian DSS dungeon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been released as the Court of Appeal instructed Nigeria to do. Fellow Biafrans, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crimes known to law. The only thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did that warranted his kidnap was that he was speaking for the freedom and for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. Nigerian government broke its own laws, broke international laws, and renditioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. As if that is not enough, they refused their own court's order to release Mazen Kanu, because it's not a crime to ask for self-determination. It's not a crime under international law. Under Nigeria Constitution, self-determination is not a crime. Under UN Charter, self-determination is not a crime. Now we keep asking ourselves and those who kidnapped Mazen Kanu, what has Mazen Kanu done that made you to go all the way to Kenya, breaking all the international laws and your own law to kidnap him? After putting all this into consideration, the Court of Appeal in Nigeria, just like UN Working Committee, just like Federal High Court in Abia State, has instructed that Mazen Kanu should be released. But would you be surprised to hear that Nigerian government refused to release Mazen Kanu? Nigerian government refused to obey its own court orders. What is that telling you? What is that telling you? It is only pointing at one direction, that Nigeria is a lawless state. Nigeria is a lawless country. Nigeria does not respect its own court orders. Judicial systems of Nigeria is totally a joke. Nigeria's judicial system is dead and buried. Nigeria's judicial system does not function anymore. So, if you are listening to me this evening, I want you fellow Biafrans to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime, and because Nigerian government refused to let him go as its own court has instructed, Biafrans has embarked on sit at home. What did I say? Because Nigerian government has refused to release Mazen Kanu after committing crimes against his human rights, after committing crimes against her own laws, after breaking her own laws and international laws, kidnapping a fellow human being and renditioning him from one country to the other. Because of that, Biafrans embark on sit at home. And you know what? Nigerian government and her agents, Nigerian government and Igbo politicians are fighting tooth and nail to see that they stop the sit at home. The only thing that Biafrans have, the only weapon in our back, the only voice that we have, we are not going to war, we are not shooting anybody. All we are asking is that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be released. And until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's release, we will continue to sit at home every Monday until Nigerian government do the needful, which is to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell you something, fellow Biafrans. If any man or woman is telling you to stop sitting at home in solidarity for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, if anybody is trying to deceive you, telling you that sitting at home is worthless, telling you that it is useless to sit at home. If anybody is telling you that after all, we have been sitting at home for the past 2 years now, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been released, do not listen to that person. I repeat it. Do not listen to that person. That person is a deceiver. That person is an enemy of IPOB. That person is an enemy of Biafra. That person is an enemy to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So many people does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. So many of them, those who betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. Some of them are in IPOB. Some of them are in DOS. Some of them are politicians of Igbo extraction. They don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. That is why they are doing everything possible to discourage you from sitting at home in solidarity for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do not allow them to beat you to wise. They beat you when they went all the way to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and after taking him through series of torture for a week and some days, they returned him back to Nigeria where he is today. That is 1-0 to you. Now the march has started, and the second half is the sit at home. They are trying to rid you of this power, of this strength of sit at home. The only thing that Biafrans have, the only thing that makes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu relevant, without sit at home, ask yourself, Biafrans, who will talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Without you sitting at home every Monday, or without you sitting at home anytime, any day, sit at home is called. Without you obeying those directives, how do you think that Nigeria, who did not obey her own court order, we have time to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? They are committing all manner of crimes on sit at home days. Those who come out on sit at home day, they use them as a scapegoat. They will kill them, nor they will destroy their property, nor do anything that will bring bad name to sit at home. The only reason why they are doing it is that people, the international community, nor people who are watching from afar may see or reason or think that sitting at home, or that Biafran sit at home is destroying the properties and lives of the Biafrans. But the truth behind it is that they are the perpetrators. The politicians, the elders, those people who betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, both in DOS and those that are not in DOS, but those who have hand in what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are the same people who are doing all these things. That is why we ask you to sit at home. Do not come on the street. Do not expose yourselves to danger. Every Monday, make it a point of duty to sit at home. You can use other days to work out whatever you are doing, but on Monday, you must sit at home for the preservation of your own life, so that these people will not use you to shine. Remember, if you are dead, there is no remedy about your life anymore. You are dead, and you are dead permanently. Those who killed you have passed their messages, but your life is being exterminated. You can never return again to witness what is happening here on this earth. So the best thing for you to do is for you to sit at home for this day, or for these days that sit at home are called upon. You will not die for hunger. I know that things are difficult. I know that Nigerian government has made the people to suffer beyond human imagination. I know that things are very hard. But remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left everything that he was doing and come to save you. Remember, if you did not eat today, you will eat tomorrow. Man does not live by bread alone. Freedom is worth more than food, because in freedom, every other things are complete. Talk about food, talk about good life, talk about good quality life, talk about good road, talk about good hospitals, talk about what made you a human. All of them are in freedom. That is why we ask you to endure little today, for tomorrow shall be great. If Biafra should come today, all the days that you suffered sitting at home for the cause of the restoration of your own country, Biafra, will be forgotten. In fact, you that endured these pains will be celebrated. You will be remembered. History will never be. History will always talk about you. You will always be on the good side of history. So, fellow Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not fight for himself from inside. The only weapon he has today is you. How you are fighting for his release is up to you. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sitting in the dungeon, know it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot fight for himself from the dungeon. You are his weapon. You are the only thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have today. You are the strength of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Any day that the report comes that you are sitting at home in solidarity, his strength is renewed. Any day that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gets information that you are sitting at home, his strength is renewed. Fellow Biafrans, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot fight for himself from inside. You are his strength. You are his weapon. Fight on, fellow Biafrans. Fight on, comrades. Fight on, great men and women. Tomorrow is greater than today. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for you. So, you have to fight for him too, because it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. You are because I am, and I am because you are. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is because you are, and he is. You are because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there. So, fellow Biafrans, I am encouraging us to discard all their propaganda, discard all their deceit. Do not listen to these people. When they tell you that sit at home is waste of time, they are losing a lot. If it is not hitting them hard, they will not talk about it. If sit at home is not hitting Nigerian government, if sit at home is not hitting the governors of Eastern, of Biafra, if they are not feeling the impact of sit at home, let me tell you something. They will never talk about it. Did they talk about you during the COVID-19 pandemic? When you were sitting at home, when your shops were being locked up, did they talk about it? Did they do anything to salvage situations? Didn't you hear that other countries of the world gave palliatives to their citizens? Did Nigerian government or your governors or your politicians or those elders or those Ohaneses that has Ohanese have $500,000 to spend? They have $500,000, but during the sit at home, during the COVID-19, they couldn't do anything for you. Do not be deceived. The only reason why they are speaking today is because their masters from the northern part of Nigeria is asking them to go and speak. If the northern, their masters from the north did not say anything, they will not say anything. The only thing they are saying something is because their masters are worried. Their masters are worried that they are losing their revenues. They are losing their money. They are losing so many things because you are sitting at home. Not because you are destroying anything, but because you are sitting at home. That is why they are worried. That is why they are running up and down, helter-skelter. Fellow Biafrans, we must continue to sit at home. We must continue to sit at home until Nigerian government obey its own court order. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walks out of the DSS dungeon a free man. Until that, we must continue to sit at home. We are not going to relax it. We are not going to look back. Whatever they want to do, no matter what they are saying, no matter what they are doing, no matter the propaganda, no matter the threats, sit at home continues until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. You cannot beat a child and ask him not to cry. You cannot go all the way to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and coming back to tell Biafrans, to tell IPOBs not to do anything. You can never do that. We will not allow you to do that. You went to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have done your worst. Now we have embarked on a journey that we know how to do best. Because the Biafran people listen to IPOB. Biafran people love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafran people understand the relevance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafran people understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing what he is doing for their own benefit. Biafran people understand the impact or the importance of freedom. They are asking you today to allow them to have the benefit of referendum. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for referendum, you went to care to kidnap him. Bringing him back to zoo, you don't want us to protest. If we come out on the streets to protest, you will kill us. Few months ago, our people came out in Abia State to protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They did not kill anybody. They did not shoot anybody. They did not steal from anybody. They did not attack anybody. You open your live ammunition on them. You shot them and you killed us in your numbers What do you want us to do? You don't want us to come out on streets and protest. You don't also want us to sit at home in protest. All you want us to do is to fold our hands and watch you exterminate our people. All you want us to do is for us to fold our hands and watch you continue to torture Oyendu Mazen Kanu. All you want us to do is to allow you to do to Mazen Kanu as you please. Never. May Chukwu Kikabiyama forbid that we should watch you do to Mazen Kanu as you please. May Chukwu Kikabiyama forbid. You can never do to Mazen Kanu how you want to do to him. The British government may choose not to talk. The British government may choose to keep silent because they are complicit. Because they are complicit to what Mazen Kanu is passing through today. Sad enough, Mazen Kanu was traveling on British passport. And Nigerian government went and kidnapped Mazen Kanu with the help of Britain. The same people that Mazen Kanu was traveling with their passport. Ask me, fellow Biafrans, what is the need of seeking for British citizenship? I will never seek for British citizenship for free because it is amount to nothing. If British can join hands to Nigeria to kidnap her own citizen, then it is worthless seeking for British citizenship. I reject it today, forever. British citizenship is useless, is of no use. Britain chooses not to do anything. We understand that the reason why they are not saying anything, not doing anything, is because they are complicit. They are involved in what happened to Mazen Kanu. So, Britain doesn't want to say anything about it because they are guilty of the crime of kidnapping a British citizen and renditioning him to a third world country. British government is complicit. British government is evil. British government is evil. They choose not to say anything about it up to date. Now, UN Working Committee, after giving their own verdict and giving Nigeria 6 months to free Mazen Kanu, the months has elapsed. So several months ago, up to this moment, the UN Working Committee has not returned back to tell us why they have not acted towards or against Nigeria for flouting their orders or directive. They have not come back to tell us why they are not saying anything about it. Now, we Biafrans have embarked on sit at home. The only thing we have, the only thing that no one dictates for us, the only thing that we don't need anybody to speak for us on this. All we need to do is to decide we are not going to do anything on this day or in these days until Mazen Kanu is released. The same thing at home is what Nigerian government is fighting tooth and nail to see that they close it. through the Nigerian, through the Igbo politicians, Igbo elders, and Ohanes and Igbo. They are fighting through these people to see that they stop it at home. That is why Ohanes and Igbo brought out $500,000 to destroy it at home. But Chukwu Okike Abịama pụrụ ihe niile. We never allow them to succeed. No matter what they do, no matter what they try to do, they cannot stop sit at home. The only thing that will stop sit at home is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. Let me tell you something. You know how to stop sit at home. You know. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, as I'm talking now, sit at home automatically ceases to exist. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, sit at home ceases to exist. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the reason why Biafrans are sitting at home. And if you said you are a politician, if you said you are Ohanese, if you said you are a governor, if you said that you are anything in Nigeria, if you actually want it at home to stop, ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. After all, before he became president of Nigeria, he promised that he is going to negotiate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, with IPOB. Ask Tinubu today, why are you still adamant to negotiate? Or do you want to negotiate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in chains? You know you cannot negotiate with a man in chains. If you want to negotiate with a man, you first and foremost set him free and negotiate with him. If you don't do like that, whatever you are doing it not on freedom aspect. You are only doing it because you think you are in control of the person. And whatever the person is saying it under duress. So, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I call upon you today to negotiate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. First, what you should do is to go back to appeal court judgment and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then, only then, can you negotiate with him. That is the only time you negotiate with him. If you don't, then do not allow us to stop sitting at home soon. We shall continue to sit at home. You shall continue to lose your billions and billions and billions of naira every Monday that we sit at home in Biafra land. And if you're telling me that it's only the Southeast that is losing, you know you are lying. The whole Nigeria is being impacted by this sit at home. It is the whole Nigeria, because there is no movement from the east to any part of the country. There is no business transaction from any part of the country to the eastern part of the country. So because of that, the whole government, the whole Nigeria is being affected by the impact of sit at home. So the best thing for you to do as a wise leader, as a Democrat that you claim to be, is to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Obey your own court order. We know that Muhammadu Buhari, the ex-president of Nigeria, is a jihadist. We know. And we understand the reason why he did what he did because he had agenda. I don't know if you are involved in this agenda, but that should be a case for another day. But whatever it is, I want you to know that you can do better. After all, you are more educated than Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari did not go to school. He's an illiterate military man who, fortunately, because he came from a certain part of Nigeria, found himself in the position of president. But you went to school. You are a chartered accountant or an accountant, I don't know. But whatever it is, you know better. You can interpret the law better than Muhammad Buhari. You know better than Muhammad Buhari. You know the impact of keeping Nnamdi Kanu illegally in DSS dungeon. You know that image of Nigeria is being grounded, is being affected by the international community. You know it. You know that every Monday that people sit at home, the entire Nigerian economy is losing in billions. So I ask you to obey the court order. What I'm doing now is not, I'm not begging you to free Nnamdi Kanu, because free Nnamdi Kanu is the right thing to do. It's not begging. Nobody is begging you to do it. All we are asking President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to do is to do the right thing. What is the right thing? The right thing is to release Nnamdi Kanu, because he was released by appeal court of Nigeria because he did not commit any crime. Rather, Nigerian government committed crime against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian government broke her own law and international treaties that she is involved in. So that is the right thing to do. Releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the right thing to do. We are not begging you to release him. We are asking you to release him because it is the right thing to do. He did not commit any crime known to law. No, not one, not two, not three. No single crime known to law that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed. If Mazi Nnamdi committed any crime, Nigerian appeal court wouldn't release him and ask him to go. The more you are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the more you are destroying the reputation, the little reputation left for Nigeria. The more you are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the more you are bringing doom to Nigeria. The more you are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the more you are creating poverty for Nigerian citizens and Nigeria as a whole. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. That is what I'm asking Nigerian government to do. After that being said, fellow Biafrans, you know, we must always remind Nigeria that we have not forgotten what they did 2 years ago. The crimes or the crime they committed against a Biafran will always haunt them for their life. Forever and ever, it is going to haunt them. Thanks to the government of Muhammad Buhari and British government. So we have not forgotten what we did last time. We will always remind them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being kidnapped, extraordinarily renditioned, and being kept in the dungeon after series of court judgments in his favor. Thank you. Now, fellow Biafra, if you are following the events on social media, you will agree with me that IPOB as a family has been going through turbulences. Yes, I said so because the same people that are in IPOB, the same people that were supposed to make IPOB a great, wonderful one family, are the same people who has decided to toe the path of prodigal son, the path of destabilization, the path of destruction. These same people are under oath to restore Biafra. These same people took oath in IPOB to work, to be absolutely loyal to Oyenduma Nnamdi Kanu. These same people swore not to question the decisions and directive of the leadership of this noble family, Oyenduma Nnamdi Kanu. Do not be deceived, fellow Biafrans. When they tell you that DOS is the leadership, we have only one command. We have only one leader. Oyenduma Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Anybody who is telling you otherwise is a deceiver and the son of the devil. We have only one command. Under one command. Under one command. We are under one command. Under one command. The supreme commander of this noble family is Nnamdi Kanu. He has the final say. Whatever he says is unquestionable. You don't question him. You don't. He is the supreme commander. Only one command. That is what we have. He is the leadership of this great family. All of these people who are destroying what we are doing, all of these people who are questioning the authority of Nnamdi Kanu today, and all of them took on the same oath. They took the oath to be absolutely loyal to Nnamdi Kanu. They took the oath. They took the oath to kill behind Nnamdi Kanu. But today, the same people are questioning the authority of Nnamdi Kanu. The same people are questioning the strength of Nnamdi Kanu. The same people are questioning the sanity of Nnamdi Kanu. The same people that took oath to be absolutely loyal to him. It will interest you to know that some of these people reside in Europe. All of them reside in Europe. I don't know what has come over them. I don't know what they are feeding these people that are residing in Europe who are stormed against Nnamdi Kanu overnight. They want Nnamdi Kanu to nail before DOS cabals. The same DOS that Nnamdi Kanu instituted. Nnamdi Kanu is a member of DOS. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a member of DOS. The same DOS that today people want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to crawl on his nails to them. It's a pity, fellow Biafra. Things has gone sour. Things has gone wrong. Things has indeed fallen apart. But one thing that they have forgotten is that we are here. We are not going to allow them to bastardize our leader. We are not going to allow them or give them the space to keep disrespecting the leadership of this noble family, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme commander of this noble family. We are not going to allow them to keep bastardizing him. We will always call them to order. I call on Methuselah Nwande Melchizedek. I call on Biafran child, Nwachineke. I call on Map, Mazi Achabe. Retrace your step now. That's your madness. That's your dancing naked on the street. It has come to the notice of those who will never accept it any longer. We will not allow you to continuously disrespect Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We will not allow you to continuously bastardize the office of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We will not allow you to draw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to a point where you have brought him today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the supreme commander. He is the leadership of this noble family. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to explain to anybody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not owe Mazi Chike any explanation why he took any decision. He did not need Mazi Chinasa Nworu any explanation. He did not owe anybody any explanation. His post, his office gave him the power, the authority, the absolute power and absolute authority over this noble family of IPOB. Either you take it or you leave it. Understand this, know this, and know peace. The earlier you know this, the better for you. You that is making yourself a laughing stock on social media where you are trying to draw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are being stupid. You are being useless. You are not going to understand the damages you are doing to yourself until when the D-Day comes. You will understand that you have finished yourself completely. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not have to consult Chike Doziem nor any member of DOS before he takes any decision. It is not so. It has not been so. So, fellow Biafra, I want to remind these people that our oath is what binds us. Whatever you do, I want you to always remember that we are under oath to restore Biafra. Listen and listen good. I am going to read our oath to you this night to remind you, in case if you have forgotten, to remind you the oath you took, to remind you the oath that you took to be absolutely loyal to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not to Chike Doziem, not to DOS, but to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is whom the instruction of the oath goes to. I'm going to remind you the oath you took. Now, IPOB oath said, and I read, I hereby solemnly and voluntarily swear to be absolute loyal to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra and director of Radio Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Who is the director of Radio Biafra? Is it Chidoziem? Is Chike Doziem the director of Radio Biafra? I'm asking Mark Achebe. I'm asking Biafran Chadiwa Chineke. I am asking you, whatever you call yourself. Is DOS the director of Radio Biafra? The answer is no. Your allegiance is to Nnamdi Kanu, not to DOS. Because DOS comes and goes, but Nnamdi Kanu remains. Nnamdi Kanu is the permanent office. His office is what is only permanent office in IPOB. He can decide to close down DOS. There will be nothing like DOS anymore in IPOB. Just like he did to deputy leader of IPOB office, deputy office. He can decide that DOS does not exist anymore, and you will not question him. You will not ask him why must he do so. You will not. So therefore, IPOB said, I hereby solemnly and voluntarily swear to be absolutely loyal to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra and director of Radio Biafra, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. If DOS is the leadership, Nnamdi Kanu would have said, I hereby solemnly and voluntarily swear to be absolutely loyal to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra and the Radio Biafra, DOS, and the Nnamdi Kanu. But because the only leader of indigenous people of Biafra is Nnamdi Kanu, he made it very, very, very clear to you that is joining the family to know that we have only one leader and only one director of Radio Biafra, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. The oath continues, and that I will never engage in any act of insubordination. Did you hear that? And that I will never engage in any act of insubordination. Now, Biafrans, what is insubordination? An act of insubordination. When a superior leader, a supreme leader of this noble family commanded that a certain thing should be followed, a certain thing should be done, and a lower officer, a lower comrade in the rank refused to carry it out, what is more insubordination than that? That is absolute insubordination. Nnamdi Kanu has given series of directives, series of orders to Chikedozium, to DOS. They chose not to take it serious. They chose not to do as Nnamdi Kanu has commanded. They chose to be insubordinate. Now we continue. And that I will never engage in any act of insubordination, neither should Nnamdi Kanu be insubordinate to the citizens of the indigenous people of Biafra, or do anything to jeopardize the Biafran restoration. I also swear to be truthful and honest in all our understanding. Ask yourself, Is Chike truthful today? Is those cabals in DOS truthful to Biafrans today? Are they truthful? Are they truthful to this struggle? Are the cabals in DOS truthful to Onyendu? Are they truthful to the citizens of the of Biafrans? Are they citizens? Are they truthful to IPOB? The answer is no. They are not truthful and they are not honest in all their understanding. I'm saying, and will never do anything to betray the cause of the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. They have betrayed. Chike has betrayed. Chinasa Nworu betrayed. Tony Nzurumike has betrayed. Ofoma has betrayed. All these cabals in DOS has betrayed this noble family. They are betrayed. They don't want us to restore Biafra because they are not even genuine in the first place. And the coach continued to say, I swear that I will never endanger the life of my fellow principal officer. Biafrans, Chike Chinasa Nworu, Ofoma, and all their likes, Nzurumike and co. They have endangered the lives of our comrades. They went to Radio Biafra calling the lives of IPOB commanders. They went on Radio Biafra calling the life of coordinators, calling their names and giving their names to Nigerian terrorist security agents. So many IPOB commanders' life has been cut short, has been cut down by Nigerian DSS and military because Chinasa Nworu came on Radio Biafra and mentioned their names. That is why I tell you something. These men are walking dead. They are dead, but they are alive. They betray the cause of the restoration of our sovereign state of Biafra. They have endangered the life of our comrades, which led to their death, and some being held incommunicado in all the prisons, several prisons of Nigeria. In Nigeria, we don't even know where they are today. So many of our comrades, we don't know whether they are alive or dead. Some of them were murdered and been thrown into the bush while their corpse decayed without being buried. For the singular act of mentioning their names on Radio Biafra. Chike Doziem, Chinasa Nworu, Chike Nzurumike, and their likes has caused a collateral damage to IPOB, and the oath that we swear will come against them. IPOB oath says, I swear that I will never endanger the life of my fellow principal officer or any Biafran working assiduously for the restoration of Biafra, of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If I go against any of these things, this is the fate of Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem, Tony Nzurumike, Ofoma, and their evil gangs. Listen what awaits you. This is your end. This shall be your end. This shall be your fate. You that have betrayed, after taking this oath, you betrayed. After taking this oath, you have endangered the life of your fellow comrade. After taking this oath, you have constituted an insubordinate to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. After taking this oath, you have caused a fellow Biafran's life to be wasted. Listen to me. this is your fate. May Chukwu Okike Abiama strike you dead. You that betrayed. May Chukwu Okike Abiama strike you dead and completely wipe out your family and your generation. That shall be your fate. In Chukwu Abiama's name, I pray, I swear. He said, I have a reason why I brought back IPOB oath. Because there are things they don't want you to understand. That is why each time they will tell you leadership, leadership, they are not the leadership. Do not be deceived. The leadership of this noble family is Onyendu. We have one command. One command. One command. Onyendu. He is the leader. All of us are working voluntarily. Voluntarily. We may decide to quit today. Onyendu remains. Several people have joined this struggle in the past and they quitted. They are no more in the struggle. But Onyendu remains. He is the one who has the call for restoration. Chikedozie may decide, as he has decided, with all the cabals to quit. They have gone and they have gone forever. If you don't know, you heard about Biafra Radio. Did you hear about it? Onyendu Mazenkan has asked for a new radio in the name of Biafra Radio to be opened. Today, Radio Biafra is no more as of now. Tomorrow it can be fixed. But now, until Mazinam Nekano comes out of DSS dungeon, Radio Biafra is no more viable, is no more part of what we are doing. Radio Biafra is in the past. Now we have a new radio, which is Biafra Radio. If you have not downloaded it, go now and download it. When you download it and you listen to it, you will understand the reason why that radio was opened. Those things that we did not hear again on the defunct Radio Biafra is what we hear there. The voice of our leader. The roaring voice of the message of our leader. Not gossiping, not propaganda, not saga, not maligning or destroying the people who are fighting for the restoration of our nation. It is pure gospel. Go and download the app today. Delete every app that has to do with Radio Biafra or Biafra Community Radio. Delete it. They have hijacked it. Nigerian government is there on Radio Biafra. They are there as they are on Biafra TV. Remember, they used Biafra TV to campaign for Tinubu. Remember, that is the same thing they are doing. That is why when you go to Radio Biafra, all they are telling you is that sit at home is at large. All they are telling you that sit at home, those who are calling for sit at home are criminals. When you go to Radio Biafra, all you will hear is that those who are calling for sit at home are destroying our economy. They are speaking the same language with true politicians. Two cannot work together except they agree. How do you know those who are in one direction? They do the same thing. They speak in the same language. That is exactly what Chinas and Woru, the cabals in the US, and Nigerian politicians are doing. They are speaking in one language. Sit at home is destroying Biafra. Sit at home is destroying Biafra. Sit at home is killing Biafra. Sit at home is this. Sit at home is that. They are, but if you ask these people, ask Chinas and Woru, okay, what are you bringing on the table? On the table. How do we go about it? You want us to continue to rely on Nigeria judiciary. You want us to continue to believe or rely on Nigerian courts. You have seen where a court in Abia State, a federal high court, gave a direction which was not followed. Appeal court did the same thing, it was not followed. UN Working Committee on Arbitrary Detention did the same thing, the directive was not followed. Now, China Sanworu, what are you bringing on the table? You want us to continue to wait for them until infinito. We are not going to do that. We are not going to fold our hands. Because I know you are complicit. I know you have sold out. China Sanworu, you have sold out. We have the information. We have the intel that you sold out. You are not part of what we are doing anymore. That is why you want us to leave one thing that matters to us. Sit at home. I will say to you, we are never going to listen to you. We have not listened to you. We will not listen to you. The only voice that speaks to our ears and our heart is the voice of Oyenuma Zambekano. And instead, sit at home is in our code of conduct. The same code of conduct that you, China Sanworu, said that is irrelevant today. Sit at home is there. Sit at home is there. So that is the only weapon we have. And we shall utilize it against the state of Nigeria until there is Mazandekan. We shall utilize it. You cannot cow us into going the other way around. We shall continue to embark on the sit at home until Mazandekan is released from the DSS dungeon. Now, Biafra, I'm going to play few videos for you. I round off this program. As you already know, my program does not exceed 2 hours. I make it as short as possible. The rest I will when necessary. But now, there is a video I'm going to play to you. I already touched it. I just want you to join 1 or 2 together and you get the point. I'm going to be playing a video of Melchizedek. I'm going to play the video of Biafran Child and the video of Achebe. These 3 men have one thing in common: disrespect, disregard to a Muslim they can. They don't have respect for him. They don't have any respect for Muslim they can. These people made us to understand that if Muslim Kanu does not bend for DOS, he should remain inside. He should remain in the DSS dungeon. That until Muslim Kanu obeys and follows the instructions of DOS cabals, he will remain in prison. The only solution for Muslim Kanu's release is to obey the directive of the DOS. According to Biafran Child Melchizedek and Mark Achebe. Now, fellow Biafran, listen and judge for yourself.
Organ or there, if it is a plan of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra to sideline the Directorate of State, sideline Ozokome, sideline Ejuofo, organ or there, you go there for DSS. And Nami Tokam, which I know that is not possible. I know that He can't be part of it. He can't be such. He can't behave like that. Having learned his lesson by confiding in his family alone and at the same time some charlatans from America. And DOS have been bearing the burden for many years now. I told me just some banket. They trick him, having in mind that yes, he's dealing with his brother. He thought that the brother meant good for him. He said, okay, let me listen to my brothers and the others that are talking to me. And DOS are bearing the pain. When you claim another one again. So that I remember DOS, soon allow free. And just to tell many of you that they are in charge, they stop your move. They stop it. And now people want to bring the narrative to tell the public that there's a doctor that is going to treat Onye and the DOS stop it. Yes. How I wish I would be part of them. I want them to stop it 100 times until things are being followed due process. It's an organization. How about it? I tell you. Now let me show you the noise.
Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu listen to DOS, Organo there, he will remain there. You cannot sideline DOS. You cannot sideline AGO4. You cannot sideline Ozokome. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu start listening to DOS, Organo there. As if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not have right to change lawyers. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has the right to wake up and say, I don't want a Jofor's representation. I don't want Ozokome's representation. I need a new lawyer, and nobody born of a woman will question him. But here, this man is telling us that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not obey the instructions from Ozokome or from a Jofor or from DOS, an organ or there, he will rot in jail. This is a man who claims that he loves Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than Kanu Ntakanu. This idiot claims that he loves Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than Kanu Nta love him, more than Meme love him, more than his sisters love him. This person is making us to understand this. Will he say the same thing to his brother? If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is his brother, will he make this statement? If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Melchizedek's brother, will Melchizedek come and make such statements? The answer is no. He will do everything to protect the interests of his own brother. But in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he wants Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's siblings to be thrown away far from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't want them to say anything. He doesn't want them to do anything. He wants them to be sidelined completely and allow him that love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to do the needful. But from the words coming out from his mouth, you already know that he has nothing but resentment for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Melchizedek has nothing but resentment for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did not respect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did not value Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did not love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So that is why he wished that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should remain inside forever. Now, that is Melchizedek's. Melchizedek, that is his own fact. The way that is what he sees or what he understands about loving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now let's look at somebody else who claims to love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than his brother. Let's see The kind of words that is coming out of his mouth to Mazen the Kano. Let's listen to him.
If they believe that what they are doing is due process, it's okay. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must take decision from the leadership. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must tell them to go. Of course, I know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told them all these things, but they want to do it. That is the reason why today they fail woefully in England or London. I don't know where they went to. Is it United Kingdom? They say that they went court to sue United Kingdom about the rendition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu holding a United Kingdom passport, and they have been rendition to that contraption. They fail woefully. You know the reason why? Collectively. They lack that ability of collectively. That is why they are falling into pit.
You listen to him? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must take decision from the leadership. To him, DOS is the leadership of IPOB. To this man, DOS is the leadership. DOS comes first. Mazen Kanu is secondary to this man, to this non-entity. This man irritates me. The reason why he irritates me is that he is full of ignorance. This man does not understand anything about this struggle. Whenever I listen to this Biafran child or whatever he calls himself, indeed he's a child, and a child he shall remain. Because if he is a man, he will not be reasoning the way he is reasoning. He made us to understand that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must take decision from the leadership. Who is the leadership? To him, Chikedoziem, Chinasa Nworu, Tony Nzurumike, Ofoma. These are the leadership. So this man, DOS, is the leadership of IPOB. Who told this non-entity that DOS is the leadership of IPOB? Who told him? Who told this man that DOS is the leadership of IPOB? He has the audacity to tell us that Mazen, he used the word must. That is it. A command. A command. Must. That is what must. That was it means. He used the word must. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must take decision from these people. It's a pity. Mazi Ezumezu Ikechukwu, aka Nwekwensu, I welcome you to the program. Thank you for joining me this evening. You are welcome watching it. Now, to this man called Biafran child, whatever, Mazen Kanu must take decision from DOS. To him, Chikedoziem, Chinasa Nworu is DOS. Look at the caliber of people in reasoning, in thinking. Where does Chinasa Nworu come? Came close to Mazen Kanu. What does Chinasa Nworu know, understand about freedom? What does Chinasa Nworu, Chikedoziem, Nzurumike, what did they understand? These people are wandering up and down in the street of Europe when Mazen Kanu calls them. Just like the people of Yeshua, when the disciples are walking up and down on the street of Jerusalem or whatever, Yeshua called them to come and join him. This is exactly what Mazen Kanu did. Mazen Kanu picked all these people from their knowledge, from their youth. They are wandering on the street of Europe, walking up and down without direction in Europe. Mazen Kanu picked them and said, join me. Today they want to hijack IPOB. They want to hijack IPOB. They want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to take order from them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that called them. Somebody is drawing you at in the same time, drawing the person. Chike doesn't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to take decision from him. Chinasa Nworu wants Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to take decision from him. Someone who called you, now you want to be the one to lead him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB worldwide, the supreme commander. We have but one command. We don't have two commands. We don't have three commands. We have one command. IPOB have one command. One command. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why our oath said, you swear, what did our oath say again? IPOB said, I hereby solemnly and voluntarily swear to be absolutely loyal to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra and director of Radio Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not Mazi Chikedoziem, not Tony Nzurumike, not what is his name, Chinasa Nworu, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is whom you swore allegiance to. You swore allegiance to be loyal, completely loyal to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not to Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu swore the same oath you swore, to be absolute loyal to Onyendu. The same thing goes to Chikedoziem. After swearing the oath, the same people who swore the same oath you swore are coming to tell you now that they are the leadership. And you, ignorant, you non-entity, you believe them. You believe that they are the one who they are the leadership. Where Chinasa Nworu was not there. Where were Chinasa Nworu? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put together this oath, Chinasa Nworu was nowhere to be found. The same thing applies to Chikedoziem. And all the cabals today, they were nowhere to be found. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put this thing together. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanted DOS to be involved in the IPOB oath, he would have written it to DOS and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But he knows that he himself is the leader and the director. Okay, how many directors do we have? Director of Radio Biafra do we have? We have one director of is Chikedoziem director of Radio Biafra? Is Chikedoziem the director of Radio Biafra? And you are telling me that you suckled the breast of your mother for 9 months or for 2 years, but you fail to reason that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB, the supreme commander. We have one command, not two commands. Chinasa Nworu takes order from our leader, not our leader taking order from Chinasa Nworu. But here, Biafran child, he will remain a child forever because his that I saw that man, that Okechukwu, as a replica of that reference. He is huge. He looked matured, but his brain has refused to evolve. That is why he has the audacity to vomit nonsense. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must take decision from Chinasa Nworu, from Chikedoziem, from Tony Nzurumike. Who goes there? Are they crazy? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain the supreme commander, the leadership of this noble family, IPOB worldwide. Know this and know peace. You child of Biafra, know it and know peace. You refuse to grow. After listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for all these years, tomorrow will tell me that you have been there from the day IPOB was established, but your brain refused to evolve. Your brain refused to mature. Mad people everywhere. I don't know what they are feeding you people in that Europe. It seems like they are giving you something that is reducing your brain instead of adding to it. That is why you reason like animal. Those of us in Africa, we reason more than you, sharper than you. Nonsense. Now let's go to the mother of all rubbish. Map. The one that calls himself Map. What is this Map? Mazi Achabepo. Let's go and listen to him and hear what he has to say about Onyendu. When you touch these people, they will tell you, remind you, we love Mazen Kano. He is our leader, our Onyendu. Kano that does not love Mazen Kano. Emmanuel Mehmed does not love Mazen Kano. They will betray Mazen. They want Mazen to die. All his siblings does not like him. They don't love him. They hate him. They want you to buy the narrative that they hate Mazen Kano. At the same time, they are sending the message that is coming from their mouth is pointing towards another direction. They don't value, they don't respect, they don't have any interest of Mazen Kano at heart. That is why each of them must come back to tell you that if Mazen Kano does not do this, let him remain there. What a mess. So if Mazen Kano did not take order on listening to Chinas and Woru, because of that he should remain in prison. Is that what you call love? You call that love? You are wishing him what you wish your enemy, to remain in prison because he did not listen to Chinas and Woru. You don't even want to give him that benefit. Okay, come out. When we come out, we know why you did not listen to this, you will not listen to that. But all you can wish him is to remain inside in the dungeon and die there, and you claiming to love him. Have you heard Kanu Takanu say such thing before? Have you heard Emmanuel Kanu say such thing before? Have you heard Onyendu, any of his siblings, said such things before? But here you are, saying these things, and you claim to love him. Fellow Biafrans, listen to Paul Achebe. What he has to say
in order on time. I be ankiti. I be ankiti. The thing I not eat saying, who eat saying deep, eat saying bazi ni me bone question ba. I just try how to resolve question on time. This kind of family question, the leadership question, draw man as in the kind of red line, since draw man as in the kind of red line, since Abu normal on the Nyana look at the IPOB, then Nyana Nimenga until Amalo the leadership or recognize the Amalo message your question pass, a book question pass message. Once or realize the for Yen move and then Moyen to.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He said, those who do not understand Igbo, that DOA should have drawn red line for Mazen Kano sins. They should have drawn red line for him sins. They didn't do anything now. Things are spoiling. They were busy doing Onyendu. Things are spoiling. Did you hear that? I didn't say it, Biafran. I didn't say it. This man is telling you that Chike Doziemo, Chinasa Nworu, Ma Indurumike, Ofoma, and their gangs should have drawn a red line for Mazen Kano. Do you know what that red line means? You see, don't pass here. When you hear draw red line means do not pass here. What abomination? Maybe you didn't hear.
He question make I feel say in order on time. I be ankiti. I be ankiti the thing and I eat saying who eat is deep heat is bazi nime bone question eba by just how to resolve question on time. This kind of family question, the leadership question, draw matters in the kind of red line, since draw matters in the kind of red line, since Abu normal on the Nyana look at the IPOB, then Nyano Nimenga until Amalo the leadership or recognize the Amalo message your question pass, a book question pass message. Once or realize the for Yen move and then Moyen to end.
Until he knows his limit. Now, Master Ghana has limits. Even if they know what to do for Master Ghana to be released, until he knows his limits, they are not going to do it. But we don't need to. These people are Chinas and Warus boys, Chikedosian boys. All of them are in the same group. They communicate. What you see, Achebe just said, is the mind of Chinas and War, is the mind of Chikedosian, is the mind of all of them. He is speaking their mind. They said it, who is going to speak for us? He chooses to speak for them. They are in support of what you heard Paul Achebe said now. Chinas and War is in support of it. Edosium is in support of it. All of them are in support of it. If Mazen, ask yourself, since Mazen Kanu was arrested, what has these people done to release him? Instead, those who are doing something to release Mazen Kanu, these people are fighting tooth and nail to see that they stop them. What have they done? When you ask them, they will say they are underground. This is the result of their underground. They will not do anything until Mazen Kanu is, agreed to draw a red line. Until Mazen Kanu agreed to be under them. They will not do anything to free Mazen Kanu until Mazen Kanu obey them. If Mazen Kanu did not, they will not do anything. Mark, Achebe just said it now. Let him remain there. He should remain there. If he did not know the people that he's doing IPOB with, if he don't want to recognize the people that he's doing IPOB with, he should remain there. That is what Achebe is wishing Mazen Kanu. And tomorrow he will come on social media and be talking Onyendu, Mazen Kanu, and some morons that are claiming to be freedom fighters will be in that in the group in his live program, hailing him. Go on, Achebe. When you go there, you will see them. But look at us that are saying something. You will not see them listening to us because we are not saying what they want us to say. We are not saying something to entice you. No, we are not saying something to deceive you. Bitter things we are saying because truth is bitter. We are giving you bitter pie to swallow. Because when you manage to swallow it, you will be fine. We're not going to give you sweet things so that you'll be eating it and dying slowly. Because of their sweet talk, that is why IPOB has gone to the place of decay. But we chose to speak the hard truth. We will continue to say it the way it is. IPOB Western Cape, the slogan is saying it the way it is. Irrespective of who you are, we are not saying it to make you happy. We are not saying it that you may listen to us. We are not saying it to make you to wallow in your stupidity. No. We are saying it so that if you can swallow your pride and give us a moment, you will come out of your ignorance. Fellow Biafrans, Achebe said that the cabal should have drawn a red line for Mazen Kanu since. Achebe said it. If Mazen Kanu refused to recognize that line that he should rot in jail. Achebe has the audacity, the impetus to come here and said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should rot in jail. Achebe, I am wishing you everything you wish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every single thing that you wish Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what I wish you tonight. All the evil that you wish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should return to you in fold. The oath you took to be loyal to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will look for you and crush you. You will never go unpunished. This is your wickedness to a man that has given you all. You have been chosen to hate someone who loved you with everything he had. He loved you with all his heart. He sacrificed his freedom. He sacrificed his throne. He sacrificed his family. He sacrificed his parents. He sacrificed his friends. He sacrificed his environment. He sacrificed his respect for you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu became a laughing stock because of you. How are you paying him back? How? If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has died in Kenya, is this what you'll be saying today? Oh, it shall not be well with you. Let me see that God that will bless you. Let me see that God that will reward you with good things after you have chosen to be wicked and foolish. He must remain there. The only thing that will save him is that Chinasa Nworu poo and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will eat it. Until he eats the poo of Chinasa Nworu, Chikedoziem, and all the cabals combined, he will never come out of that DSS dungeon. That is your wish. You will eat the worst things than poo. You eat it. It will never be well with you. All of you, Melchizedek wanted Melchizedek, Biafran child, all of you that have been wishing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ill, it will never be well with you. I said it to you, and I maintain it. It will never be well with you. I will continue to meditate on this until you are doomed completely. It will never be well with you. Let me tell you something. Chinasa Nworu has promised you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never come out. Don't worry. He will not come out of that place. Let's keep making money. Let's keep doing what we are doing. Don't be afraid. Say anything you want to say. Do anything you want to do. He will never come out. I want to disappoint you now. In the few days to come, you will hear the good news. I am telling you, the good news is here. Let me tell you something. I am wishing you what you wish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like Haman in the Bible, who went to build a place where he will hang his enemy, who is in detention by the king. As he was waiting for the pronouncement, the news, what he heard is the news of the release of his enemy. He went and hung himself in the same pole he built for his enemy. Let me tell you something, Mark Achebe, Chinasa Nworu, Chikedoziem, all of you, Melchizedek, one name Melchizedek, Biafran child, I want to tell you something. I wish you everything you wish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You want him to remain inside? I wish you worse things than inside. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. He will come out not long ago. He is going to come out soon. Soonest. Watch it. I am not a prophet, but I have the premonition. I have the sign that he is coming out. And he is here. Soon, you will hear the news and you will hang yourself. Because your plan, your wish for him is to remain in dungeon, is to remain in prison until he's willing to play ball with Chinas and Woru, until he's willing to play ball with Chikedoziem, until he's willing to kneel down for Chikedoziem, until he's willing to kneel down for Chinas and Woru. That is what you are wishing Mazen Kanu. If he does not do that, he should remain inside. But let me tell you something. Chukwuokike Abiama has decided that Mazen Kanu is going to come out in the next few days to come. Know it. So be prepared to take a sniper because you are going to die. Chinas and Woru has brought you to the point of no return. You can't go back now. You have done the worst. You have said the worst. You can never turn back now. He has won. Chinas and Woru, Chikedoziem, they have drawn you to their path of destruction. And it's a pity that you fell for them. So, my prayer tonight is that Mazen Kanu is coming out. And he will not come out a half man. He will come out a complete man. He will come out in good health. He will come out with his brain completely complete. He is coming out. Chukwuokike Abiama pụrụ m ihe niile. Ọfọ na-agọ n'isi onye ndu Mazen Kanu bụ na ọ ga-adịrị ya na mma maka na onye udo ka ọ bụ. Ọnwa Chineke ga na-etu ya. Onye ndu Mazen Kanu si na ihe ọ na-achọ bụ otu esi wee dịrị anyị na mma bụ ụmụ ya, bụ ụmụ Biafra. Mazen Kanu si na ya kwụ na egbebere ugo ebere nke si be ebere nku akwa. Mazen Kanu bụ onye udo ka ọ bụ. Chukwuokike Abiama, ana m asị ka i were ihe niile iji arụ ọrụ n'ala Igbo wee jewe okwu Mazen Kanu abalị a. Ebe ọ bụ na aka ndị iro si wee jide ya ka ọ rapụ ya ugbu a. Ọ ga-adịrị Mazen Kanu mma na Eke n'Orie na Afọ na Nkwọ. Afịa na-anọ Igbo ji biri ga na-ekwu okwu ọma n'isi Mazen Kanu. Mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo, ndị egede, ndị mbụ, mmụọ niile ala Igbo ji eje, mmụọ niile ala Igbo ji arụ ọrụ, mmụọ dịwara ala Igbo ebe ọ nọ n'ụbọchị taa, oke mmụọ, ndị si n'elu eje, ndị si na na-eje, ndị si na mmiri eje, ndị si n'ikuku eje, ha ga na-eje na Abuja n'abalị a ka ọ ga-eme. Akwụ ji nwa ngwere a ga-atọ ya n'abalị a. Mazen Kanu ga-enwere onwe ya. Ọ ga-eji isi ya pụta maka isi nwa eze ada efu na mba. Ejiri nwa dibịa bụ ngwọrọgwụ. Ọ gaghị eme ya eme. Ime ya ọ gaghị ere. Ọ gaghị erere ndị iro. Atụmatụ ọjọọ niile ha na-akpa. Nkata ọjọọ ha na-akpa. Okwu ọjọọ ha na-ekwu. Ihe ọbụla ha na-eme iji megide Mazen Kanu, otu n'ime ha agaghị emezu. Kama na Chukwuokike Abiama ga-atụgharị were ihe niile ha kwuru kwugide Mazen Kanu wee nye ha ụgwọ ọrụ. Maka na ọrụ ọbụla nwere ụgwọ. Onye si na ihe ọma adịrọ mma, ọ gaghị afụ ihe ọma na ndụ ya. Otu a ka ọ dị. Chukwuokike Abiama, ka anyị rabụrụ ndị na-ekwu okwu ịfụ na Mazen Kanu pụtara. Anyị bụ ndị kwudosiri ike ịfụ na ihe niile Mazen Kanu dowere na anyị dowere otu ahụ. Chukwuokike ekwekwana ka ihe ọbụla mee anyị. Ha si n'iru dowe anyị n'azụ, ha si n'azụ dowe anyị n'iru, ha si n'iru si n'azụ. Chukwuokike dowe anyị n'etiti ka anyị wee fụ Biafra maka na anya ọbụla afro Biafra. Ihe mere anya ahụ. Anyị ga-afụ Biafra ka Biafra abịa oge erugo. Ọrụ anyị na-arụ bụ ọrụ ọma agaghị ana anyị n'iyi. Biafra ga-abịa n'iru anyị. Anyị ga-afụ Biafra. Onye ndu ga-afụ Biafra. Ndị niile na-agba mbọ n'ụzọ ọbụla n'eziokwu n'ime mmụọ n'ihe na nzuzo ịfụ na Biafra bịa. Unu ncha ga-adị ndụ fụ Biafra. Otu a m kwuru ka ọ ga-adị. Maka na Chukwuokike Abiama ekwugo ya. Fellow Biafrans, I want to thank you for the opportunity you gave to me this night by listening to me. I thank you for your time. I thank you. If you will use what you hear from me tonight and do something positive, I want to encourage you to know that all these people that call themselves leadership are deceivers. They are not the leadership of IPOB. IPOB have one command. IPOB have one leader. Don't be deceived. If it is one thing you know tonight, if it is one thing you hear tonight, use it. It's going to be very, very, very important that you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only leader of IPOB. Any other person is a counterfeit. Other people are volunteer. We are volunteer. We volunteer. So, I want you to keep yourself from evil by getting yourself prepared for what is ahead. Don't forget, we have Biafra Radio. Stop going to Radio Biafra. It is not approved by our leader. Radio Biafra has been bastardized. Radio Biafra have lost, or rather have lost its values. Radio Biafra has deviated. Radio Biafra has been hijacked. Now we have a new radio, which is Biafra Radio. Go and download the app today and thank me later. I thank you once again. If you're going to watch this program later, please, I want you to share it. Like it and share it. As you are sharing this program, other people are getting it. Those who are lost, those who are confused, those who did not understand where to go, will get a understanding into what we are doing. Share this program. You don't know who will hear this program, will listen to this program and change automatically. Somebody is waiting to hear this program, listen to this program. Share it. As you share it, Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to bless you and you will see Biafra. Fellow Biafrans, I thank you once again for listening to me. As you already know, this is IPOB Western Cape, where we are saying it the way it is. I say to you, good night to you, and may Chukwu Okike